Hey, Michelle. I'm not going to say your name right. Uh, Ahmed? Am I getting that right? Hey, Kay. Hi, Joseph. All right, I'm making my tea. Hold on one second. Sink. I need to put some bleach in that sink. Some bleach in that sink. And then I'm going to jump in my spot. Hey, Sincere. Hi, Joseph. It's so early. I feel like you can hear it in my voice. No, I don't want to do a live with you. I really have to do food shopping today, but I don't want to. You got to clean your kitchen. I got a pile of dishes sitting here right now. They're clean. I just have to dry them. Thanks, Joseph. Hi, Sunflower. Her name is Third Eye. Okay. Oh, that's so cool. I know. My kitchen's pretty clean, and my fridge is pretty clean because I haven't went food shopping, so it's like kind of empty. So I really do have to do food shopping, but today is Saturday, right? So I'm not really a big food shopper on the weekends unless I'm desperate, and I'm never desperate because I can always make do. I can always make do. So I might I know, I'm just drying this real quick. I might just grab a few things, like maybe go to Target and just get a few things. The thing about it is that my cat Steve, he didn't have any food last night, and that's like, I just always feel so bad that he didn't have, he gets like a can of food every night. Not that he has regular food, guys. He didn't have his wet food. So 2, 4, 6. Normally, I make sure he has that. So guess what we did yesterday? We gave him a can of tuna, and he was not having it at all. He did not drink it. So I felt so bad for him. Now I feel like my house smells like tuna. Because even though I like nothing's in here, like I took it all outside and threw it out, I still smell, I still keep smelling it. Hey, cool Aaron. Yeah, Target, I figure I'm Philly, PA, yeah. I figure Target, I could just kind of run in. It's never really super crowded in there. And then, it's Target, so I can look around for other things too. I can look, I want to get some more Easter decorations, so maybe I'll go look and see what they have there. I just do regular Lipton. This is what I do every day, all the time. And it's so funny because now that I think about it, I grew up we always had Tedley tea growing up. Because I noticed it the other day when I was in the food store. I'm like, oh, Tedley, that's what we used to drink all the time. Yes, take care of our kids and our animals. So Steve, my cat, last night got a can of tuna, and he did not touch it. He was probably, what the frick is this shit? What the frick is she trying to give me? This ain't, because it really does trick you, because it looks exactly like his food, right? And he's probably like, yeah, I'm getting my food. He was all ready for it. And he was like, what the frick is that shit? What is she trying to do here? Poor Steve. Poor Steve. So now I'm like, I gotta get him some food today. Gotta get this boy some food. I can't play that game with him again. She's not picky, Sandy. She's not picky. He's not picky. I'm saying she. He's a poor cat. Poor Steve. Now I'm calling him a she. No, because like he'll eat spaghetti noodles, like a plain spaghetti noodle. He doesn't like try to eat your food. He's not that type of cat. Like he won't go up to your plate while you're eating. He's not like that. But like if you give him something, he'll eat it. Like if I gave him like a little piece of chicken or something, he would definitely eat it. But when it comes to his food, I think he was just expecting it to be his stuff. And the tuna just wasn't like, it wasn't that, right? Because it's like a habit for him to get that every night, you know? So it wasn't that. It was a poor guy. I feel bad. I feel bad, but it was worse for me. It was worse for me because I had to clean that tuna plate up. And that stunk so bad. I had to like dump it into the trash and I had to take the whole trash out because it smelled so bad. Mel, relax, girl. Relax. And now, and I think like I have such a strong sense of smell. So now it's like, no matter what I did, I took it out. There is no drop of tuna in this house at all. And I cleaned my house. There's a candle lit. I bleached my sink. Like I said, all the trash is out, but yet I still feel like I smell the tuna. Like it's stuck in my senses right now. Hi, Linda. So I had this conversation yesterday with, sorry, my nose is a little runny. Mel, come here. I had this conversation yesterday about intrusive thoughts. So first, you have to understand, like, it's a little bit of a process when you're releasing resistance and old stories and belief systems that don't serve you. When you're having those thoughts and you're not going to try to redirect your thoughts or try to flip it because you're not doing anything in those moments. The thoughts are too dominant. They have your attention. In those moments, the best thing you can do for yourself is just relax your body. Soften your body. That's the practice at first. You're really doing a lot of relaxing practices, meditation practices, moving slower, breathing slower. You're doing those types of practices at first. Because what starts to happen over time is that you're catching those moments quicker so they don't grab a hold of you. So that's it's making you more sensitive to those moments when you're doing practices. So just know that when you're having intrusive thoughts and you're having a dominant, unfavorable story playing out in your experience, whether it's in front of you or in your mind, in that moment, it's got your attention, especially if it's playing out in front of you, right? The best thing you can do for yourself is just soften your body and relax your body. Look, Sandy just said it. Thank you, Sandy. Sandy said it. I got more of my people that get it and that do the same practices, and they don't have them anymore. You catch them quicker. Even me, guys. Listen, I've been doing this for the longest time, and I get it. I know how this all works. We don't really believe or trust in this stuff at first, right? But the more you do it, you catch it so quick. I still get them too. I still get like a thing that pops up in my mind, and I'm like, no, you just get better and better and better at it. Not only that, you're manifesting quicker too. Hey, Kirk, right? So like, what's the process of this is, it's a process because first we don't believe. Thanks, Kirk. First, we're like, I don't believe in manifestation. This isn't real. But like the fact that you are open to it and you want to believe, because of course you want to believe it, right? It's exciting. Hearing that you can be doing of anything you want and that you're unlimited is exciting. So that alone, it captivated me. So at first, none of us believe in this stuff. None of us do, but you want to believe in it, and that's enough. So you just stick to these types of practices and you will start to believe. Thanks, Kurt. And you just keep doing it. It's really just, you're not doing much. So the process is that you start to catch your unfavorable thoughts. Your unfavorable thoughts, belief systems start to fade away because you're relaxing. You're doing a lot of these relaxing practices. You're meditating. You're catching them. You're relaxing and staying quiet instead of talking about them. You're keeping it to yourself. And what that is doing is you're releasing resistance. You're not keeping it active. You're not interacting with it. You're not entertaining it as much by just relaxing your body. Even if it's right in front of you, you're still relaxing your body. You're softening your body. You're not engaging with it. You're coming from the best place you can in that moment, right? We're doing the best we can, where you will get to a place where you start to work with those stories because you get that they are working for you. As soon as you know you can be, do, and have anything you want, guys, as soon as you know that your most abundant timeline exists, you're moving towards it. Everything is moving you towards it. You're always moving towards your best life. It's now you know, though, and now you know what to do to keep moving forward, right? Before you didn't believe that, you didn't know enough, and you were just kind of like focused on one crap. You felt like a victim to your circumstances. But now that you know this, you are moving towards, everything is working for you to get you what you want. Your most abundant timeline, anything you want to experience, any specific manifestation in the best way possible is moving you towards those things. I am not kidding you. Everything's happening for you. Everything literally, I don't just say that. It is. But you don't believe it at first because you're in a negative mindset. That's it. It's one reason why you don't believe things are working out for you and you think they're working against you. And it's because you still have a negative perception in that moment. You're in a lower energy. And the more you take a step back and you calm yourself down, you'll raise your energy and you'll even see in that very moment, I can see how this is moving me towards more money. I can see how this is moving me towards my successes. I can see how this is moving me towards the most amazing relationship that I could ever experience on this planet, because you get to have whatever you want. Why would you settle for anything less than that? But at first, we don't buy into any of that stuff. We're just like pity party. We're like, oh my God, like my life's horrible. I have no money. I'm poor. You're trying to tell me I'm freaking rich in another timeline? Like, no, I ain't. But you really are. I didn't believe in any of it at first. That's why I relate to people that say that. But you have to like, but I also won't force this on anyone. So it's like, I was open to it though. I was open to learning and asking more questions and going within and meditating and all of this. So like for me, that was enough to keep me moving forward. It was the fact that, yeah, I didn't believe in any of this stuff, but the fact that it was out there, this information was out there, had me curious enough. And I was open to it. So I kept doing these types of practices. Mostly on my own. I was listening to Abraham on my own. Like nobody knew about Abraham Hicks but me. It was very private to me. I really wasn't. And then I found like a few more people that listened to her, and like from there kind of spiral. But I was very private about all this stuff. Oh, thanks, Project. It's just dark. My hair's just, I dyed it darker. I was just telling my daughter, every time I see my hair blonde in old videos, I'm like, I miss my blonde hair. I'm like, and she's like, no, don't go blonde. She's like, I want you to go all dark. Dye those dark. She wants me to stay dark. And I'm like, I miss my blonde hair. Myself. It's always moving you towards best and better. Exactly, girl, and sincere. And the funny thing is, what do we do with the 3D? You work with your 3D, Steven. You're just working with it. What can you do? It's right there in front of you, right? So you're doing these practices. You're relaxing your body. You're staying calm. Basically, just make it more about how you feel, Steven. I know that I'm moving toward, I know that my most abundant timeline exists right now. I know that everything I want is done. You know that now. Right now, you're just riding this out. You're just riding this stuff out. That's all you're doing, Steven. So you just make the best of it. Make the best of where you're at, guys. That's literally what you're doing with my practices. What do I do with my 3D? How do I ignore it? You don't. You work with it. Make the best of it. It's riding itself out. It's all your old stuff. You know you're moving towards best. You know it's moving toward everything can serve everything serves its purpose. Everything is working for you. Everything, even these moments. And anytime you're super triggered in your 3D, Stephen, or anyone, you just do the practice. Quiet, calm, relax your body so you can realign again and get back in the groove of things. And you will. You'll get back in it. And you'll be like, all right, let's go. What am I going to do right now? I'm going to go food shopping, like literally. That my life was like so repetitive, but you're letting those old things play themselves out. Let those old stories play. You can't, there's nothing you can do except make the best of them. That's all you can do. You don't have to ignore it. You just make the best of it. You got to think of it now as like you know more now. You know more now. You have more knowledge of how this works. You know everything you want is done. You know everything is trying to get you there. Everything. And it's your job to just keep going with the flow. That's it. Oh, you know what I wanted to do? I'm sorry I didn't do it. I like to run a sale now on my lives for my lazy manifesting. And I think I'm going to start running a sale every time I do a live for lazy manifesting, for especially new people that pop in here. It's lazy manifesting is the best resource you can get with this kind of information and helping you navigate through this process to getting everything you want. So that's something I created. It's for anyone that's new is on here that doesn't know about lazy manifesting. Once you have lazy manifesting, you get updates for free as well. So it's really worth it. There's meditations in there, and it's jam packed with information. And I usually run a sale. I'm going to start running a sale on these lives for it. Calming down and just observing regulates. Exactly, Sunflower. Yes, Sunflower says calming down and just observing regulates the nervous system. That's because that's really what you're doing in the beginning. You're just practicing non-reaction. You're just staying calm and doing, because you'll never be happy. If you manifest things you want through effort and working hard, and you do achieve those things and you do get those things, and maybe you persist and you get it, and you haven't regulated your nervous system, you haven't practiced non-reaction, you're going to be like still triggered. And you're going to still be unhappy while you have those things. So it's really about combining these types of practices along the way. What you want is done right now. Like people are like I manifested things in a day. You can manifest things in a minute. If you can hold that and stay with it with no resistance, it will pop into your experience. It happened to me. I used to manifest like that. Like we're so powerful, but my main thing isn't really about that. It's really helping you guys feel good, because those things mean nothing if you don't feel good. I manifested things into my life and I still felt like shit. I still was triggered. I was still unhappy because you still don't understand that no one has free will in your experience yet. You got to get yourself to a place where you understand like you are having your own experience. It all comes down to alignment and feeling good. That's what everything comes down to. Yes, Faith says, once you master nervous system regulation, emotional dips are not as intense or frequent. And they're not as intense or frequent. And even if they are like a little bit intense at time, you still know what to do. You don't freak out like you used to, because you know to take that step back. So even if something were to catch me off guard, an old thing were to pop up and catch me off guard a little, and I'd be like, whoa, I'm so aware at that point. I've done this enough that I know what to do now, right? So like, even if it does get me to that heightened place where I'm like, whoa, I can't believe I let this get this to this point. I know what to do though. And I just sit back and I relax and I calm myself down, right? So it doesn't scare you as much as it used to. It used to scare me. And that's what a lot of lazy manifesting is. It's helping you through those moments where you're afraid. Well, that's what fear-based belief systems do. That's their job. That's why it's a fear-based belief system. It's fearful. It's scaring the crap out of you, right? And when you can relax your body, thank you. Thanks, Aldi. Did I say that right? Aldi, I want to say it right. Then, yeah. So I'm just let my 100 guy of dreams let go with another. What? Well, see, that's the thing. It's going to be hard for you then if you keep saying that. I tried your theory. It's rather hard. Then it's rather hard. Like I said, I won't force this on anyone. You have to stick with it. There ain't no getting around that. If you want to know that you are the creator of your own reality and that you can be, do, and have anything you want and it's done right now, you have to stick to these types of practices. That doesn't happen overnight. To know that you are truly the creator of your reality and nobody has say in your reality but you got to stick with that. You got to want it. So I won't force that on anyone. I won't force that. If someone says this is too hard, I've been doing your practice for so long, nothing has changed. Okay. Like, I'm not going to say, no, stick with it. You got to do it. Go ahead. I don't do that. I don't play that game. You either want it or you do. That's it. Thank you for that. I'm not the one that's going to be like begging people to do these types of practices. That I'm not the girl for that. Yeah, exactly. If you keep saying it's hard, it's going to be hard, literally. Thanks, Jimmy. I know, Faith. I agree. I'm sticking with it. Like with the dark. Because I always say, like, I'm going to go blonde. But, like, it is easier to maintain the dark. Because it's my natural. My natural's dark. I know, Linda. And Linda's such a great example. Linda is such a good example of this and how it works. She's overcame so much so quick. And, I mean, really, your story is amazing, Linda. I just so you know. And, like, you keep on going. Hi, Brian. I'm not, Sandy. I'm not naturally blonde. No. It's actually naturally dark. It's probably more so what's under here because I don't really dye under here. So it's probably more like this. Like I only really did up here, whatever. And I remember I had like dark roots when I had my blonde too. Hi, Sabrina. And the only thing I provide you guys with, like most people, this resonates with them right off the bat because they're like, yeah, I believe this. Like most people already they get it. They're like, yes, I believe this and I want to move forward with it. But the only thing I really offer is like just practices to help people relax, really. Linda gets what she wants. Yes, everything is a direct reflection of your thoughts and beliefs. So you're the only one in your reality. So you're having your very own experience. Like it's a projection of your consciousness. That's it. Like it's literally just a projection of you're in your own movie. You control, you tell the story. It's all you, right? And you're sending off this vibration, this frequency. That's how you're picking up right now on me, on what I'm saying, right? But you're having your own experience and you're inviting me into yours right now. So you get to choose what you invite into your experience. And you're going to notice that as you change your energy and as you raise your energy and start to feel better, you really only invite positive things. It's kind of just, that's the way it's going for you now. And if something is off, you don't invite that in by staying calm, by relaxing your body. So it's really just like a frequency. It's all vibration, right? So it's like you get to choose what you want to invite into your experience. You create your own reality. If there's something unpleasant that's around you, it's your job to not interact with it. It's your job to stay quiet in those moments and not interact. Otherwise, you're inviting it into your experience, right? So when you start engaging with it or fighting with it or saying, I don't want you here, you actually keep it there. So it's doing these types of practices where you get that, okay, I choose how it goes. I say how it goes. I create my own reality. Now, everything and everyone is having their own experience as well. But again, you get to choose what you invite into your experience. You're inviting me into your experience right now, right? Yeah, so it's like, I know, sunflower, and there's so many ways you can explain things, right? Please advise how to handle my mom's start chemotherapy. The best thing you can do for your mom, imagination, going through having her experience, is be there for her. Be there for her, be positive, be supportive, be loving. Honestly, and just remind yourself everything's okay. There's no problem. She's having her experience, and you're just going to play your part in her experience as being positive and loving and caring. That's the best thing you can do for her. And just remind, and how you can really help her is by knowing there's not a problem. Everything's fine. But when you start to worry and get sick and worry for her, that's basically what you're manifesting, right? Think about it like that. So how you can be there for her is just be that positive, loving light in her life, knowing there is no problem. She's having her experience, you're having your experience, and you're going to be in her experience by being that light, by being that positive person in her life. Thanks, Linda. Even when it comes to my kids and anything, it's like there is no problem. They're having their own experience. Just me being me is enough. Me being a positive example is enough, right? And me being myself is enough. As soon as I start to feel any guilt or worry or any of that contradiction within me, that's what I'm manifesting, right? Because I'm having my own experience as well. So this is why alignment is so important, and practicing alignment is so important. And it's literally everything, because it's you having your own experience with your own thoughts and belief systems. And when you're feeling good and when you're happy, you're knowing there's nothing going wrong in anyone else that's close to you's life, and they're having their experience, which provides them a path to live their life with no judgment, because they know somebody knows there's nothing going wrong. You have nothing to worry about. You have nothing to fear. You're just having the experience. Enjoy it. Have fun. I support you in anything you decide to do. I support you in anything, right? So it's more of like knowing that there is no problem. There are no problems. It's you having your own experience. And it's always going to come back to alignment and feeling good and making the best of this moment. And settling into that time and time again at first, right? Yeah. I know, we don't even think about it like in regards to other people in our lives and our kids, and how much we're of service to others just by being in alignment. But you'll release all of that. Like you'll release all of that. Like it's just lower energies. Depression, anxiety, all those things, worry, doubt, fear, that's just you perceiving something in a lower energy still. A negative perspective, a negative mindset. And that's normal at first. We're all in that at first. So you're just doing these practices and you're moving out of that. You're changing your mindset. You're raising your energy. You're starting to feel better, right? Thanks, Faith. And it just takes a little bit of practice, and it takes a little bit of reminders. And you just keep doing it, and you keep raising your energy. You catch those moments quicker. You're able to shift it very quick. You're able to say, wait, why am I making that a big deal? I know more now. Along the way, you're getting more clear. This is why another reason why I say everything serves its purpose, because you're getting more clear along the way. So like I go back and forth to social media, to really TikTok, because that's all I use. Sorry. And it's providing it's serving you to a degree, because it's allowing you to see what you want, what lights you up, what doesn't light you up, right? But you also want to take time to go within and know when you're scrolling out of boredom, or it's not really doing you anything for you. That's when it's time to step away. But it can serve you to a point too. Like, oh, I like that life they're living. Oh, that's cool, or that's cool. But it's just knowing when to take a step back, right? But it's also helping you get along the way. You're getting more clear on what you want. You're getting so clear on what you want till you get to a point where like, I know what I want. And you're able to really stick with that and stay with that and just live your life. And that the thing is everything's, hold on, I'm getting invited. People try to jump in on here, and I have to like push all these buttons. So That's why everything is always working for you. As soon as you know this information, you don't got to do anything. There's no effort involved. It's very natural. It's all just happening. You're just moving towards your best life. Anytime you feel effort, stop. Stop. Hi, Claudia. I'm trying to get my kids on board. So I didn't force, it's not about, you don't want to force your kids to learn this. It's more of just being the example. And you can say things here and now. The more you get it and the more you're confident in it, it's easier for you to explain it in a different way. So like, I just always tell my kids, there's no pressure. You can be, do, and have anything you want. Like, you're here to live an amazing life. I just keep it simple. Like, you're here to live your best life. That's it. That's why you're here. It's the only reason why you're here. You have one mission while you're having this experience, and that's to be living your best life and having fun. That's all you really need to say to your kids. That's all you need to say to them. You have one mission while you're here having this experience, and that's to be having fun. And that's it. And as soon as something stops being fun for you, all right, time to move on to something new, and you'll move on to something new. Like, that's how life is supposed to be, guys. Like, when something starts to not be fun, all right, I think I'm ready to move on to something new, right? Or I'm ready to take this a different way now. What can I do with this now that would make it more fun? How can I grow and expand with this thing? So, or if you're doing something, like I always say, like if I'm ever trying to like say I want to do something, I know when I'm putting too much thought into something, because it ends up being hard. And that's effort, and that's going back to old ways. There's nothing you need to do along the way. You don't got to do anything. You're just making the best of where you're at always. Things will start to manifest. Your life will start to get better. Literally, it's all you're doing. So drop that story, Joseph. Drop that story. Loneliness is so powerful. First of all, you're never alone. You're literally never alone. Nothing is separate from you. So that there's a lie in there that you think that anything is even separate from you. In those moments, just relax your body, quiet that down. Relax your body, quiet that down, and say, you know what? There's a million things I can do right now. I can turn on some music. And I can go do this. I can go do that, right? So just in those moments, quiet that down and go within. And because it's easy to just keep repeating the same things that don't serve us over and over again, right? To go back to that. Right, Claudia? It's so true. And you start to see it more in your experience. You start to see it more and feel it more. How nothing is separate. On how many people have different religion is one exact. On religion? No, there's no one exact, absolutely not at all. It's just, religion is just more stories. That's it. More stories, more meanings. People felt safe in believing that brought them safety, and that's a lack. Most religions are a lack of understanding of how this reality truly works. It's just something people bought into. It's another belief system, and you know how that works. More people believed it. You got raised into it. You got born into it, and it became something. That's all it is. Just more belief systems. No, there's no one that's like, oh, this one's exact or that one's exact. I just live by my own, what feels good, what doesn't. So yes, you can take some things from it, take what feels good and what feels right from any of them. You could take things that feel good, right? You'll know just by listening what feels good. That's just like life in general, though. That's the same thing as life and just other people having their experience. Religion's no different. Take what benefits you and what's going to move you towards best and better. Hey, Pong. I was raised Catholic, but I didn't pay attention in school, and religion was a part of school. So I really didn't pay attention. I would fall asleep at church. Me and my brother would fight over who was dropped. My family wasn't big on our religion and stuff like that. So it's just in your awareness. Did you ask me this question yesterday? If you're saying anything consistently, numbers consistently, a name consistently, a car consistently, it's because it's got your attention and you're focusing on it. So you're going to continue to see it. So you use it to your advantage because everything you're placing meaning on everything. So just place a good meaning on it. You could just say, I'm a good manifester, right? Because now I'm seeing it everywhere. Oh, I love that, Leah. I don't get them at all, pimples. Oh, that makes me so happy. And it's funny, Leah, because I use whatever my kids use, their face wash. I use their stuff. Oh, my girl, my dog. Hold on 1 second, guys. I'll be right back. What is your props? What? Chase. Go out. My dog cries to get in my son's room. So she cries to get in his room, and then she cries to be out here. So she wants to be with me, but she wants to be with him all the time. She can't choose. What was the name of the cleanser that I told you? Because my kids go back to the two. Hey, Ava. How are you, Ava? When are you going to the gym, Linda? Really, Lorelai? Wow. That's like Chick-fil-A on Sundays here, Lorelai. That's like religion. We're like, what? Everybody wants Chick-fil-A on a Sunday here. Lorelai says that there's a religious day where nobody can leave home all day and all the stores are closed. And I said, and we get upset that Chick-fil-A ain't open on Sunday. It seems like every Sunday I want Chick-fil-A. I'm like, I want me some, I know what I'm getting today. I'm getting me some Chick-fil-A today. And then my kid's like, Mom, today's Sunday. You ain't getting Chick-fil-A. And I'm like, what? It happens every Sunday. Clearly, I get Chick-fil-A a lot, though. I do. Joel. No, what is that, Lorelai? Chick-fil-A is right across from me. I don't even know the walk. Linda! I actually do have one close to me now, a Chick-fil-A. I can't walk there. I could. If I wanted to put my walking shoes on, I could. But it's close though, and I love it because it's right near Target too. So I could hit up the Chick-fil-A and then go to Target. Oh my gosh, yes, Ava. I was just saying how these been on for so long, and I went long, and I never go long, and I decided to go longer because I just I'm always using my hands when I talk, and I just thought it would be pretty cool. And I'm liking them, but they are ready to be taken off. So I think today, I've been saying this every day on live, I think today I'm going to go get me a new set, take these off, and maybe go a little bit smaller this time. We'll see. I've been saying that I want to write a new ebook. I want to start a new ebook. But I can't with these. I'm like, I can't even text. Like, I'm just like, oh, forget it. Forget it. Like, I just give up. I am starting to get better, though. I'm starting to get better. Hey, Rachel. Thanks, Ava. Hey, Cece. Put rubber. Wait, will that help? Rubber gloves? But the thing about nails is that you can't be too adventurous, because if you push something like with your this way, like this, that baby's flying off. You're lucky if that nail stays on. Especially me, like you guys know, I'm not like a cart shopper. Every now and then I have to use the cart and do a full food shopping, but I'm a like basket girl. And if you ever see those baskets, they got holes all in them. You know, I've got my nail stuck in there. I'm like, no, I can't lose my nail. Dishwash? Oh, you mean to keep them on longer, to keep the nails on longer? Is that what you're saying? I remember I did that. I tried that out. I tried the dishwashing gloves, those big, to do my dishes. Maybe I was painting my nails at the time. I don't know why I did it, but I did not like using those at all. I did not like it. Those big yellow gloves to do your dishes. I was getting water inside the glove. Thank you. Who was that? Lorelai. Thanks, Lorelai. So you can type. Wow, I never thought of that. Bucks, a little bit near Bucks, yeah, Scorpio. So I used to, though, that's funny. I used to always have long nails in high school. They would always be like grown out. I would always get the French manicure. Yeah, I know. I probably will go blonde eventually. We'll see. Right now, I'm sticking with the dark, because it's easy. It's easy. It's low maintenance. My hair feels healthier with the dark. But I'll go blonde, and I'll just take my time going blonde, it's fun to like do that too, like the transition from going dark to blonde too. But right now, I'm leaving this because it's so easy. It's so easy. It's a fast food. Oh, wow, they got spaghetti. Let me look, Brian. Let me look. Hold on. CeraVe. That's what my kids use, and now I use it because that's what's there, so I use it. CeraVe. The green one. It looks green. They have a cream for your, like a cream for your face too, like a cream, and that's the blue one. Wow, so it's like spaghetti. I never understood why. What about full dark with no trace of blonde? Ava, that's what my daughter wants me to do. She wants me to go full dark without the blonde. Maybe I'll do it just before I go blonde. I don't like it. It's too much for me. Like, if I go dark, it's got to be dark. Like, I can't, this is too light for me, believe it or not. Like, if I'm going to do a dark color, it's got to be like medium brown. It's got to be pretty dark. I don't like this orangey color in my hair. So if I did it, like I used to do it dark all the time, but then I would do blonde right away, right? So I would have it dark plenty of times, but I never kept it like that because it was just too dark for me. It was just too much. Can't please everyone. Look, it's so funny. Some people are like, you got to go blonde. You need more blonde in your hair. You need highlights. Someone else said, blonde suits you better. Someone else says, no, go all the way dark. Like it's so obvious you can't please everybody. Hey, I'm doing what I want to do, guys. So I love everybody's opinions, but thanks, Kay. What affects your energy? Nothing affects your energy, Nick, unless you let it affect your energy, because you create your own reality. Yeah, my kids use it. I use it. Now that's a belief as well, right? Or like I don't get pimples. I have clear skin, and I don't focus on those types of things. So I'm not like, oh my God, is my skin bad? Like I don't focus on that. So it's all your focus and your attention and what you believe. And if people see like, oh, this is what I use and my skin's so clear, and now oh my God, this does work. You get it? Like, yeah, it works for me and it works for my kids. So it's a pretty good thing there, right? Were you asking if it affects my energy, Nick, or if things affect? Yeah, it's fun, Ava. And I was never, I always was just blonde my whole entire life. So I was like, let's go dark for a change. Hi, Kercha. I know, Brian. It's so freeing. It's so freeing to know that. Like, we're just placing meaning. And it has so much to do with that constriction, right? And that resistance that we have. And the more we relax and flow through life, it just gets easier to put those positive meanings and just live a more free life, live a more fun-filled life. I don't know who's in our private Facebook group. I loved what Bobby wrote. I'm going to try to bring it up on here. And it's so perfect. I love simple, first of all. This is so bright, guys. Don't mind my bright face right now. He said, we don't create abundance. Abundance is always present. We create limitations. We don't create abundance. Abundance is always present. We create limitations. Like, right? Abundance is here. It's here. Everything's here and now. Everything is here and now. It's all here and now. But what are you focused on? Are you flowing through life? Are you focused on abundance? Or are you like, oh God, I got to worry about how I'm going to pay that bill. Oh my God. Oh, that bill's holding me. Oh my God, I got to be careful about how much I spend. We do it to ourselves. We create the limitations. So it's like, just always remind yourself, abundance is here. Abundance is here. Am I keeping myself from it? Because I'm the only one that can keep myself from it, right? And that's why I always like to remind myself that everything is here and now. Everything is here and now. Everything's here and now. Everything's done. Everything you want is done. Anything and everything that you could possibly want is done. Your dream life, everything, it's done now. It's all here and now. It's all here and now. And that's why you keep saying those types of things over and over again. For me, it's like something so simple, like bringing myself back to the present moment over and over and over again. Over and over again. Like, that is such a powerful practice. If you can bring yourself back to this moment consistently throughout the day, because that's where all your power lies. And just say now, now, now. Like, grab your whatever you're holding, your wherever you're sitting, just get yourself into this moment and settle yourself into this moment. Because that's going to get you better at not being in your headspace, worrying about the future, worrying about the past, worrying about the future, worrying about the past. And then over time, the more clear you get on manifesting what you want and knowing what you want, you're laser focused on that thing. It's going to fly into your experience. Yes. It's like, it's ours now. Did you guys get my affirmations? That's what I'm trying to say. Like, I love who I am now. I am enough now. I am worthy now. My dream life exists
now. Like it's all now. It's all happening now, right? And you get to a point where it's like you're putting your damn foot down because you now know what you want and you now know what you deserve and you know now what you can have because you're unlimited and there's enough for everybody and you've changed your mindset and you figured it out. You figured it out. So now it's like, this is now. When I tell you guys how I manifested the job from whom, I was just persistent. I was persistent over and over again. I work from whom, I work from whom, I work from whom. But the funny thing about that was that I had to go to a job the next day, start a new regular job. And at that job, I was like, shiz, this ain't what I want. This ain't working from whom. Like, this ain't what I wanted. So I started doubting that affirming that I did over and over and over and over and over and over again, right? But guess what? I had one moment. This is why we're so powerful. And you can manifest instantaneously. Instantaneously. I've done it. I just want people to, I more so teach happiness. That's what I teach, alignment. But you can manifest instantly. So what happened was I was at the job and I was going through the day and I'm like, this is draining me. I can't do this. Oh my God, I'm miserable. What did I do? One moment I said, you know what? I'll make it work. I'm not staying here. I'll figure it out. I released all my resistance in that moment. I felt so free. I was being so nice to everybody. I was already not being nice to them, but I was worried and doubting. And I'm like, all right, guys. Oh, yeah. And I was being so good. I was doing my day. Of course, they didn't want me to leave because I was like being on my best game there. And then I walked out knowing I was never coming back. I got in my car. My friend said, girl, I don't know why you're doing that. Do this thing. You could make so much money off of it. A job from whom? Just like that. Just like that fell into my existence because I released all resistance. But I affirmed the night before that I work from whom, I work from whom, I work from whom, I work from whom, I work from whom. I was nuts. I was doing breath work. I was holding my breath. I was staying consistent in that thought. I think I said it out loud too, over and over again. Like I work from whom, I work from whom, I work from whom. Like I was like saying it. I wasn't letting nothing stop. I was staying in a positive energy too. Then again, like I said, I had to do that job the next day. I was not feeling so great about it. And then finally said, you know what? I'll figure it out. I just won't work for a little bit. I'll figure it out. And released all resistance. Felt like I was on a super high after that. And that came into my experience. So that just lets you guys know you can manifest instantaneously. You can. It's just, that's not really what I teach because that didn't bring me any happiness. Like I was back again, repeating cycles, right? When we walk the puppy, we don't let the puppy walk us. Exactly, Kay, right? Yeah. And like, what are you actually, that's why I even say faith, like people say like, can I think it about, and this is one I go back and forth with a lot. Like, well, can I think about my manifestation? And I say, you're better off not. You're really better off not. Like you're better off just focusing on this moment now. You are in full power. You are magnetic when you're in this very moment doing what you're doing now. And then people say, well, if I'm thinking about my manifestation in a good way right now, I'm like, that's actually not full power. That's actually not magnetic energy. Magnetic energy is being in what you're doing right now in this moment, focused on what you're doing now, and just so invested in what you're doing now. That's magnetic energy. So the thing about manifestation is that no one really believes it at first. They don't believe in their manifestations at first. You're mostly in opposition. You still don't know that you're the creator of your reality. So it's not really worth trying to think about your manifestation and visualize and do all these things because you ain't convinced yet. You ain't convinced yet and you're not feeling good yet. So you're really trying to get something to fill a void. Do the practices of being in the present moment and making the best of where you're at. Release your belief systems that don't serve you, ones that say you can't have this, the ones that say you're not worthy, the ones that say you're not enough. Do those types of practices. Fill up your own cup. Learn how to be able to fill up your own cup without needing anything or anyone to do it for you. And trust me, those things will come to you. You don't got to be going out to get them. You won't even realize it. Like that's why I say like when you're intentionally like focusing on something over and over again, but you don't believe it at all, you're just wasting your time. It's like so exhausting, right? It's like, cause then days go by and you're more in opposition. So you're building up more resistance, right? Yes, aligning is without a doubt, without a doubt. It's all alignment. And once you start to just live a life in alignment and you feel good now, things just always work out. They just always work out. And you're gaining so much knowledge and wisdom along the way. So that's what I got mostly from all of this, was like the understanding of how this all works, understanding that it's just me, understanding that like I'm just having my own experience. It's all projection of my consciousness, right? Understanding that it's just for fun. It's literally just for fun. There's literally, like when Abraham says there's nothing serious going on here, she means it. Like there ain't nothing serious going on here. It's not serious at all. Thanks, Faith. Which I love that, because like it feels serious at first when you're going through some stuff, but the more you relax, you realize, and the more you know, the more knowledge you gain, you realize it ain't serious at all. It's like you're learning and growing from this and bringing back more information. We're expanding, right? We're seeing what we're truly capable of here, right? But we want to move into a more positive mindset, not get lost in these negative. They ain't serving nobody. That's quicksand, right? We want to get out of those lower energies. So really, it's just about a time of getting in those higher energies. Exactly, Nick. Exactly. It's all in that, right? It's all in that just relaxed energy, just living life and allowing. It's that receiving, allowing energy. To me, that's alignment and flow. They all kind of mean the same thing, right? Like alignment, receiving mood, flow, all those things like mean the same thing. All in that relaxed energy. Yeah, it's so true, Clover, because it's like the reason why you can't make a mistake when you're doing these practices is because there only is this moment, right? And we're all trying, like everybody's trying to figure it out. Once you realize that, you're still learning as you go. There's no rush to any of it. You'll get it. Trust me, you will get it in time. And we're all learning in our own way, and we're all expanding in our own way, and we're all having our own experience. And that's the point. The point is you're having your own unique experience. And no, you can never make a mistake because it's all for fun. It's all for fun. You just get better at it. That's what I always said. And I stand by that. You can never make a mistake. You literally just get better at it. You never go backwards. You're always moving forward. You don't ever go backwards because everything is serving you. Unfavorable stories are serving you. They are serving you big time. They're helping you relax. They're helping you stay quiet. They're helping you take a step back, see things differently, raise your energy, come from a higher perspective, right? They're helping you become more positive. That's why I say unfavorable stories are your best friend. They are literally your best friend. If you can settle enough, you'll see it that way. They're pushing you to more. It's pushing you to better. The longest I've meditated was probably way back, Faith, like years ago when I first started meditating. I would do like an hour meditation in the morning. I would literally meditate for an hour. And then I did that a lot in the beginning, but I just found that as time went by that it's not really necessary to do it like that. It's not wrong, though. If you enjoy it, don't listen to me, right? Because I did it. But now I'm more so of like just take pauses throughout the day. I feel very connected. Like I can connect to my inner voice. Like I can always connect to that, like what it's telling me to do next. It sounds like really weird, but what it's telling me to do next or what I should say if I'm answering a question. Like I take that pause to go within, mostly by myself. If I'm around other people, I think I get distracted a little more. But I think like it's easier for me to connect now. Get in high energy, or does it happens naturally, Ave? It happens naturally. The more you're practicing non-reaction, the more you're staying calm in moments that upset you or cause you fear or worry. when you're relaxing, you're raising your energy because you're practicing that over and over again. And you'll realize over time what it's doing. But at first, you're just chilling. You're just staying quiet, calm, and relaxed. You don't know what it's doing. If anything, you're like, this shit's not working, right? But you just got to keep applying it over and over again. Because eventually you get to the other side. You've released a lot of your fear-based belief systems. The main thing is you're not trying to figure anything out in those moments. You're allowing that moment to pass at first. That's it. And then when you feel good, you remind yourself, this is how it's supposed to be. I'm supposed to feel good. So when you do have that moment where you're in a lower energy, just embrace it, just hold space for it, relax, allow it to pass. And then when you are feeling good, because you'll always come out of it, stay as quiet as you can, don't try to figure it out. You will come out of it, say, this is how this is how life's supposed to be. This is the truth. This is, how I'm supposed to be feeling and living my life. Just remind yourself in those moments, right? But yes, it's a spiral effect. You start to feel better more of the time. You're focused more on those moments. Not so much the moments that you don't feel good. You're like, all right, just ride it out. You're not talking about it. You're not complaining. You're not saying this ain't working. You don't do that anymore because you know. You may to yourself. I've done it to myself. Like I got quiet in a lower energy. Thank you, Jimmy. I would get quiet in a lower energy, relax my body in a lower energy, and I would get real neutral and I'd say, oh my God, why is this happening again? But I never talked about it to anybody. I never expressed what was going on or vented to anyone. I just got through it on my own. Feel better. This is what I'm supposed to feel. This is how I'm supposed to feel. I would be living my life, having a good old time. If that would happen again, same thing. Quiet, calm, relax my body, allow it to pass. Don't try to figure anything out. Don't tell anyone how I'm feeling. Like literally, you keep it to yourself. And then you feel better. This is how I'm supposed to feel. This is how life's supposed to feel. This is how life is supposed to be. So that starts to spiral because you're more focused on those times that you are feeling good. This is how it's supposed to be. And you just milk that. Like Abraham would say, milk that. Those moments you feel good, keep going with it. Keep that momentum going as long as you can. Do more things. What do I feel like doing? All right, I'm going to take a walk. I'm going to work out. I'm going to clean my house. You start like adding to it. Anytime I was low on energy, I would either do two things, Mighty. I would either relax into that. If I was just tired and I had no energy, I would just literally relax my body into that, settle into that, and just kind of go with it. Sometimes it would like lead me to like taking a nap or something, and then I'd wake up feeling better. Or I would actually use like a little bit of willpower to say, all right, I'm getting up and I'm moving. I'm going to go do something right now. I'm going to clean. I'm going to get up, get dressed, and go out. So like I would either do that. So there's really no wrong or right to what you decide to do, Mighty. Play around with it to see what works for you, but that's just another story. I'm drained. I have no energy. It's another fear-based belief. It's another limiting belief, right? That we buy into. So it's more so, okay, I would just really relax my body into that, give into that, feeling tired, feeling drained, and just maybe take a nap, meditate with it, use it to my advantage to do relaxing practices. Or like I said, I would use a little bit of willpower to get up and move and say, all right, I'm getting dressed, going out, get my favorite drink, and getting out of here, right? Yes. So what Linda's saying here is the more you practice non-reaction, your body just doesn't react to anything. And that's what starts to be a little weird because you're practicing non-reaction for so long. And this is why I say you're using everything in your experience to practice non-reaction. I always say it, a bump on your elbow, your dog's barking, anything at all. Oh, I spilled the drink. Everything to practice non-reaction. You want to get so good at it because what starts to happen is things that used to bother you that you would normally like react to that, it's like not happening and it's actually going your way. So like an unfavorable story, like it used to be like maybe a little bit of an argument or tension there. There's like not tension. It's like they're being so kind. Everybody's being so kind. It's like because you're calm and you're seeing things from a different perspective and you raised your energy. So sometimes it feels weird that you're just not reacting the same way you used to. It's like you don't have it in you anymore to react or get angry at anything. It's just you just don't give your energy to those things anymore. See that? That's awesome. I love that, Linda. Do you feel like the time you wake up affects your mood or no? It's always different. So some mornings, like today I woke up, I was like, I don't know, I was just super awake, and I just felt like amazing. Some mornings, yes, I have resistance. And I always say, I believe that that's just sometimes that happens, just like it happens throughout the day. But when it happens to me in the morning, I'm doing what I can to move slower, take my time to get out of it, because that's my whole day, right? And I believe that at night we carry some resistance because we're sleeping and we have no resistance when we sleep. I believe, for me, I notice a difference that kind of when I wake right up, if I just get up, I'm good. But if I lay there too long, I create resistance. I do. I create more resistance. I gotta get a drink. Hold on one second. Girl, do not lick her ears like that. She don't want her ears licked. So, yeah, so like in the mornings, for me, now this is just me through my own experimentation, is when I wake up, I'm better off just putting on a really powerful affirmation right away. And just, even if I say it to myself, and getting up and just going. I do better when I just get up and go. Versus lay there too long. I create resistance when I do that every damn time. But guess what? I still do it. And then it just takes me a little bit more time to get out of it. Yeah. And I think that's because I always used to be like that. So I used to always get up and go. I was a get up and goer. Let me tell you, when I had babies, I would get up before them so I could get clean and then be ready for them when they woke up. When I started working, I was a get up early, get ready for my day, and I had to have that prep time. So I think because now my life's different, I don't got to get up for nobody or nothing. It's just me. I go by my own rules. That gives me that time to lay there. And it's like, I'm just programmed, probably a program, to not do that. So I do better by just getting up and going. But everybody's different. So don't say, like, if you're someone that can lay there for a while, lay there, right? Like, that's just me. That's just me. Nay. Absolutely not, JM. What you're saying is evil eye somehow real? Can envious person? No. Because JM, you're having your own experience with your thoughts and your beliefs. So if you are walking around saying, whoa, this person is envious of me and they are jealous of me and they are wishing ill will on me, guess what? If you believe that, you're going to experience that in your reality. But it's because you said it. It's because you said it. You make the rules. You dictate how your life goes. You are envious of me. And guess what? They're going to go, just remember, it's you talking to you, JM. You are envious of me. And you're wishing ill will on me. And guess what? That's going to come right back to me because it's just me talking to me. So always remind yourself that. That's an easy way to remind yourself, oh, wait, no, that's not true. Because it's just me talking to me, because it's only my thoughts. And my thoughts and beliefs get reflected back to me. So if you're ever asking that type of question, remind yourself, would I wish that on myself? Would I wish ill will on myself? Would I wish hate on myself? Would I wish unlucky, misfortunes on myself? No, because it's only you having your own experience. It's all a reflection. It's all going to bounce back to you. You're just going to see it through other people, right? So that's a very quick way to know it's a lie, is would I do that to myself? Hi, Jules. Good morning. Oh, I always say that. I always say that about my dogs. Like, even though I'm like, oh, girl, like, you really want to go out right now? Can you hold it in a little longer? At the same time, I'm like, you know what? They're getting me out of bed right now. They're my angels in disguise. I say everybody's an angel in disguise. And I'm like, they're just basically saying, listen, we're here for you. We're here for you, trying to get you up out of bed because you don't like to sleep in. And and then I'm just like, can you hold it in a little longer? Even my cat, Steve. I don't have a refresher, guys. I got to go get one. So Sunny D is like the closest thing to a refresher for me. And I don't know what I'm doing today. I got to go to the food store because I got to get Steve cat food. I want to go tanning. I haven't went tanning. So I want to go tanning. I want to get Steve. I'm not even, my poor kids. I have no food. I'm like, Steve's got to get his cat food. Meanwhile, there ain't no damn food in the house for the darn kids. But we'll probably do something easy tonight, I think. Linda, you just finished your second one? Right, Clover? That's my biggest thing. Is like, what are we going to eat today? I get tired of the same things, and like, I know if I'm getting tired of them, they're getting tired of them too. So it's like, what could we do? Like, what could we eat today? Like, what could I make? You know, it's funny. I could eat me a bag of, like, I had rice yesterday. Like, I didn't eat dinner. I just made myself a bag of that, it's like in the Knorr rice, the chicken rice. That's what I ate for dinner. Like, and I was so happy. Like, I'm thinking, like, I don't even need a meal. Like, why am I always thinking I gotta cook all the time? Like, I can eat a bag of rice. It'd be perfectly fine. Oh, we kind of just had tacos. So the thing is, Jules, it feels like we just kind of had tacos, but we didn't. But it's only because we have these few meals. It's like spaghetti and meatballs, tacos, this chicken and stuffing meal. I do this other thing, rice and chicken. I do steak sometimes. It seems like it's a lot that we choose from, but it feels like so repetitive. Like, it seems like the same thing over and over again. And we do fast food in between. But yet, it feels like I just had tacos, but we didn't, right? So it's just weird, like, dinner. What is that, Tail? What is that? That's been on my mind, Linda. That's been on my mind, because we all like that. International Delight. No, is that... I don't know what... Well, I don't like iced coffee, though. But isn't that a creamer? I feel like Delight just sounds like a creamer name. But then I think to myself, what am I going to get if I get Chinese food? Because, like, I'll just probably get rice, and I just have rice. Me too, Faith. That's what's so funny, is that, like, when I make dinner, I like the leftovers. I enjoy leftovers. So, like, my kids don't. I mean, they don't because I allowed them not to. That's me. And they're like, I don't want that. I want a salad from Wendy's. So it's like I'm getting them salad. And then I'm like, well, if I get her a salad, like, I got to get my son something too. So, like, I'll offer him something. And here I am. I'm coming home and I'm heating up the leftovers because I don't want a burger. Like, I don't want that right now, like, from Wendy's or whatever. I'd rather have the dinner that I made yesterday. So, like, I'll eat my leftovers for, like, 3 days straight. And my kids are, like, over it. Like, they will sometimes, like, 2 days. Sometimes they will. But they're not, like, big on the leftovers. Oh, you know what? So my kids don't like actual pizza. Don't ask me why. I don't know where they came from. I love pizza. But they like Pizza Hut. They like the breadsticks. That's a good idea. I think I might do that tonight. And I like their wings. Their boneless wings are so good. Yeah, I make the cheesesteaks really good, Scorpio. I make them almost like, I feel like they're better than when you get them from a place, honestly. I think my cheesesteaks are better than any cheesesteak place I had. Yeah, so Sheppy, if you're new to understanding this kind of stuff, everybody as you pushed out seems very confusing. And I usually tell people not to really get into that too much because you're just going to confuse yourself and you're going to create so much more resistance with everybody as you pushed out. You're going to be looking at everybody in your experience, everybody close to you. You're going to be trying to examine it, trying to figure it out. Why did this happen? How did this happen? It's more so you want to look at it as basically you're just having your own experience with your belief systems and your thoughts. Everyone in your experience is reflecting that back to you. So what I say is use it to your advantage because now you know you can be doing anything you want. You're supposed to be living an amazing life, amazing relationships, including the people in your experience, money, everything's supposed to be going your way. You're supposed to be having an amazing experience. Now you got to make it more about how you feel, Sheppy. Don't worry about the people, places, and things. Don't get too into that. Don't get invested in that. Don't be trying to change a story. That's very limiting, and you'll find yourself not getting very far, and you'll create more resistance. Keep it very simple. Anything that doesn't feel good, person, place, or thing moving forward is just giving you an opportunity to release it. Whatever it may be in that moment. Who knows why it got created? Who cares? It doesn't matter. You now know you're supposed to feel good. So if anything's reflecting back to you unfavorable that doesn't feel good, you do the practice of quiet, calm, relaxing your body. That's what's going to release any unfavorable story that got created unconsciously because it's you having your own experience with your thoughts and beliefs, right? So you got to look at everything in your experience is giving you an opportunity to move towards better and best. Keep it as simple as possible. If you start overcomplicating it, wondering how they got here or how this person got there, you're going to drive yourself nuts. You are literally going to, it makes it way too hard and confusing and keeps you, it's a trap. It's a trap. So just look at, you're here to have an amazing experience, to live your most amazing life. Your most abundant timeline exists right now. Just know you're moving towards it. Anything that you created to this point, it was created unconsciously. You didn't know you created your own reality, right? But it served its purpose because it got you here to know I create my own reality now. I'm the creator. Moving forward, I get to have whatever I want, amazing experiences, abundance, blah, blah, blah. From this point on, anything that shows up that is not showing you a good thing, that doesn't feel good, is there to be released so you can move towards a better version of it. That's it. Quiet, calm, relax your body. Don't try to figure anything out in those moments. Relax your body. That's what keeps you moving towards best and better. It's really about living in your own little world, knowing that everything in it is a part of your world and you created it. Well, you create your own reality. What do you do if there are many women simping on him and he is talking to many women? Well, you create your own reality. So why are you allowing that in your reality? So that just, when someone says something like that to me, they still don't get that they create their own reality and everything in it. So, baby, you got to focus on you. You got to focus on you and filling up your own cup. Stop focusing on him. Stop focusing. Get that focus back on you, knowing you're the creator of your own reality. Do these practices. Stick to these practices. Fill up your own cup. Become in love with yourself and your life, just you alone. That's what's going to lead you. See, that's the thing. It's not just about filling up your own cup, guys. It's more than that. It's not just about being alone. It's not just about not needing anything or anyone. It's about knowing I create my own damn reality. And whatever's in it that's unpleasant, I put it there. And it doesn't have to be there. And the more I sit by myself and I focus on me and I fill up my own cup and make the best of where I'm at, I get led to knowing that I create my own reality and everything in it. Right? So really, you gotta bring it back to you and focus on yourself and feeling good on your own, baby. And it'll start to make more sense. But think about it. Your focus and attention is what keeps anything active in your experience. So just you saying that story keeps it active in your experience. Just a simple saying it. He's focusing on other women. He's doing this. He's doing that. Just you saying it is giving it attention, is entertaining it. So you got to quiet that down. You got to go within. You got to relax your body. You got to bring it back to you. And you got to go, whoop, time to focus on me. Time to feel good on my own. Time to do my own thing. Because it's only you having this own experience. And when you get to that point, you realize, why would when I never thought anybody would ever want anyone other than me. Like, I never thought that. When being married, I'm like, never once did it cross my mind that, like, I would have to worry about someone leaving me for someone. Because it's like, you have to be so invested in your own life and your own experience. And you would never think that. A thought would never pop in your mind like that, right? But until I started learning this information and seeing this information out there, I'm like, why does anyone even think that? You got to get it back to you, to understanding you are the creator of your own reality, right? And I'm telling you, if you really want to get to that point, you want to do these practices, you want to stick to them. All the things that, like, you want to stick to them because it's going to get you to a point. My newest thing for Lazy Manifesting is about this too. It's about, like, really, I'm talking about how it's just you. It's like an echo in the room. It's just me in here. And I always say, guys, I got a huge family. I got kids. I got animals. My life is not just me, but it is just you. And you got to get to a place that it's just you. People that talk about, like, this kind of stuff, but they, like, live a life by themselves, it's probably easier because, like, they don't have anyone. But, like, I have a lot of people, and I know it's just me creating my own reality, and I make the rules, and I say how it goes. It's my belief systems. It's my thoughts. So you got to get yourself to that place, and these practices will get you there. You got to get in a more positive mindset too, right? So even the fact that you're saying, okay, he's out there, he's cheating, that's low vibe. That's a low energy, comment, right? So right there, if you just took a step back and relaxed and use that to your advantage to feel better, to raise your energy, not try to figure that out, go within, you'll start seeing things differently. You'll start gaining knowledge of how this reality works, right? So just keep moving forward with these practices. You want to do these practices. You want to know that you are the creator of your own reality, that you make the rules. It's not even worth trying to figure out. People will say, well, this is why you feel that way. It ain't worth going back to why you created that in your life, or where that belief came from, or where that stems from. I'm telling you, you don't got to do any of that. You just keep moving forward with knowing that this doesn't serve me. Let me stay quiet. Let me focus on myself. Focus on filling up my own cup. Quiet, calm, relax. Focus on filling up my own cup. Keep moving forward. Those belief systems will exit your life. Well, if the thing about that is what happens when people don't believe your beliefs. I don't talk too much about my beliefs because I know mine are crazy. I know a lot of people just won't resonate with them. Like, so many things that I have strong beliefs in, it's not even worth saying it. Because it's like, even if I say it, I mean, like, I don't go to the doctors. Like, I heal myself from things. Like, that's, for some people, I don't really talk about it, Linda, honestly. So it's really just keep it to yourself. If you don't have to explain yourself to anyone. That's really important. And knowing that, guys, like, you don't have to explain yourself to anything or anyone anymore. You just keep moving forward with what feels best to you. That's all. And if somebody says, wow, you're weird for believing that, just say, okay, I guess I'm weird. And just don't let it bother you. Use that to your advantage. If anybody is reflecting something back to you that feels like, oh, God, they don't believe in me or they don't trust me, just laugh it off. Use it to your advantage to be like, calm yourself down and just, all right, I'm taking that a little personal. I know who I am. And just keep moving forward. That's it. Everything's perspective. So you can see things in so many different ways. That's why, like, there is no wrong or right. Nothing has meaning. Everything's perspective. So, like, I can say something in a million different ways, right? I can say something, like, even me saying that serves me. Saying, like, it's just me having my own experience. That's it, right? I get to say how it goes. It's me. Like, that can serve you. That's me in that moment, just knowing it's just me having my own experience based off my beliefs and thoughts, right? I get to say how it goes and who enters my experience. Everybody's just a guest in my experience. Like, whatever is going to keep you moving forward. Like what, Faith? What was I saying? I definitely didn't read Proverbs 3-5. I'll tell you that. Because I don't read anything. That's why. Yes. JM. Yes, by doing these practices. You won't have doubt for long. You just got to stick with it. And you got to stop voicing your doubt too. Like when I was having doubt and worries and not really like doubts about this stuff as I was moving forward, or like, why am I still in the same place? You got to quiet that down on your own. You got to go within, you got to neutralize it and say, you know what? Okay, I have doubts. You got to be straight up. I have some doubts, but I'm going to stick to these practices though. So like, that's what I would do. There was no going back. There's no going back. So in those moments of doubt, I just kept those moments to myself. I'd say, yeah, I doubt. I'm doubting today. I would say straight up. I'd be like, you know what? I'm feeling like a victim today. I don't know why things still haven't changed. It's really all for your highest good, though. So it's like you can't see the big picture at first, right? You can't see the big picture. You're still seeing it in a limited mindset at first. Like beliefs talking about cosmic spiritual stuff. It's so funny, but like, I don't know. It's like when people say to talk about something specific, it starts making me think too much. Does that make sense, Faith? I mean, not that it's a bad thing, because I think I would have to, like, if someone had a request on something, you'd have to, like, ask me to talk about it, and then I could go within for a little bit and then start, like, come out and talk about it. Because I do that sometimes with questions. I notice if somebody asks me, like, a kind of like a deeper question or complex question, I'll go within, and if I can't really figure out a way to answer it with how they're explaining it, or I'm not grasping what they're saying, I'll just kind of put a twist on it and use it to like how I explain things, right? But I noticed that instead of just jumping to answer your question, take a moment sometimes to just like go within and take that pause. Oh, yeah. I know what you're saying. Yeah, but that's even one that I dive deep into, right? Like how, like, because we're all connected and nothing's separate from us. I go back and forth with that one on my own, Faith, because it's like in the end, it's all one. We're all one. But yeah, the spark thing is like we're all like just down here having this. I say down here all the time. I don't know why I say down here. I don't know what you guys say, but I say down here having this experience just to expand, as my dog is literally staring into my soul right now. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I think she probably thinks, what is she talking to? Because she's literally sitting here talking to her phone. Hi. Am I crazy? Yeah, how we're all like, that's what I believe, one eternal consciousness in billions of human forms. Yes. And that always, like, I dive deep into that one because it's like, without this experience, without this human body, or what I think is a human body, it's like, what, then it's just we're just all one, just a bunch of information. But you still have your personality, but you're not even you. Like, I dive deep into that. I go back and forth. Now, I'm very clear on it in moments, especially listen to like a lot of Bashar's videos and like constantly listen to them on like over and over again. But then I'll go back to my own where it's like, it's just you having this, like, it's just curiosity of the soul, right? Like of the spirit, like having this experience, you know? I've always been like this though, even as a kid, like a thinker like this. Yes, I agree, Faith. Just now, just doing it as we live our lives. And I believe that that's why high, pure, positive energy, like that's the thing about this experience. We're moving into more, that's what I thought, like to have this experience, like this physical experience in high energies is going to be amazing. Like when we're all at like getting to that level, and that's what we're getting to. Like to have this bright, beautiful experience physical, still being able to touch and have relationships and like amazing experiences, but in these pure positive energies. Like that's going to be like, that's what we're moving towards. To me, in my heart, that's what I feel. Yeah, so we're going to be able to still do this all fun thing, this fun game, but in a more loving, positive, fun energy, not taking all that crap that we created over time that literally doesn't serve us. Yes, yeah, Lorelai, yes. Yeah. It's not, yeah, I don't agree or disagree. Like, I just listen to what, I'm a selective listener anyway. Like, if something catches me, I agree with Ever. I think he's pretty accurate, honestly, Bashar. I do think he's pretty good. Like, he's on point, I think. But I never really got too much into like the alien stuff because I just was more curious in getting into those higher energies, feeling good. That's what I was more interested in at the moment. Not really interested in the alien stuff and aliens. But I always say, like, I don't, like, he always says, like, you know, he's preparing us for it so we're not scared. I'm always like, would I be scared of that? I don't know. Like, I think about that sometimes. Meanwhile, I say, would I be scared? You know what happened the other day? Can I tell you something funny? I'm like, would I be scared if I seen an alien to my face? I was in my bathroom, and I'm just getting dressed in my bathroom, whatever, and a face is in the mirror, in the window, in my, and it's foggy, and a face is in my freaking, it's my cat. It was Steve. It was Steve. And I freaked out. I'm like, yeah, I guess I would if an alien showed up to my doorstep, because Steve was in my window and all I see is his big eyes, and I'm like, Steve, like, what the frick? I'm in the bathroom right now, dude. Give me some privacy, for God's sakes. So I had to, like, sometimes he comes in through the bathroom, which I know that, but it was nighttime. It was nighttime, and I'm in my bathroom. Like, seriously, Steve? You couldn't even meow to warn me? He didn't even meow. I just see his big freaking face in my bathroom window. This cat, let me tell you, this cat is funny. Oh, remember Alf, Lorelai? Oh my gosh, I remember Alf. Alf was hilarious. Alf was actually funny. Now that I think back. No, oh my God, Linda, I had to email them because I never got it. And the lady was like, just do this, it's so easy. And I did it, but I never heard anything back. So I have to like check my emails. Well, actually, I'm lying. They probably did email me back, but I just didn't check it. I'm probably going to reorder it. Oh, CJ, yes, because your soul knows. That's, yeah. Like, your soul knows. Your soul lights up to things. Like, I always say, CJ, like, we planned all this before we got here. We planned it all. That's why you just got to, like, kind of just let it unfold for you on the path of least resistance. Just do the practices. Keep relaxing. Keep chilling out. And that's, I should remind you guys, if anybody's on here new, my 3 ebooks where I talk about this the most they're on sale. So you can get all 3 of them for, like, a really, really low price. So I just like to throw that kind of stuff out there. I feel bad that I didn't put up the Lazy Manifesting sale, because I put that one up yesterday on the live. And just putting it back to its original price, and just on lives, I'm going to do that. So you guys can get it. And, you know, just do it on lives. But I forgot. I'm sorry. I'll do it again next live. I'm on live enough. Hi, Skid. Yeah. Hey, Christine. I think they're just letting us know they were here for a long time. They want to coexist with us, but humanity is not ready. Yeah. So that's why I say, like, you've always been asking your whole life. Even when you didn't know this stuff that you created your own reality, you've always been asking. We will always be asking. That's why you only have to make one shift. One shift, and that's a positive shift. Be more positive. Shift into a more positive mindset. So think about that, because right at first you're focused on want it too much. You have a lot of mixed energy. Yeah, you're moving towards good things, but the only thing you're doing is raising your energy. That's only because you've been asking your whole life, and you're more focused on unwanted, unfavorable. And the more you do these types of practices, you shift to a more positive mindset. That's why along the way, you're still manifesting. Things are still unfolding. And I talk about this all the time, because things that manifested into my life that this far were nothing that I manifested. I didn't say, like, I want this. You're so limited. I talk about this all the time. When I worked at my job, this is what I used to say. I used to say, all right, I'm going to help people. I'm going to coach people part-time, but I got to stay at my job because they need me. That's what I was manifesting for myself. To work at my job and do this in between. So think about how, that's very limited of where I am today. So that's what I'm saying. Like, doing these practices for a little bit, be where you're at, do these practices, and you'll understand that, wait a minute, I don't have to work. I don't have to do anything. There's no rules. I mean, no, you can work. Don't jump down my throat. Well, I want to work. You can work. That's the thing. This is a fun experience. If working's fun to you, don't listen to me. I didn't want to work, though. I didn't work. I was home. And then when I went back to work, I was like, frig no. Like, I was too used to that life of not working. So it pushed me into doing more of this, though, and, doing what I love. But yeah, so like there ain't no wrong to that, because this is all just an experience. So if you're like, I want to work, working's fun for me, well, keep working. Don't listen to me. It's all about what feels best for you. But for me, it was like, in that time frame, that's all I thought was possible for me, that I had to stay at my job and then do coaching part-time. Like, that's what I thought was in the cards for me, right? Hey, Tony. And that's why I say keep doing these practices, because you'll break down those belief systems. You'll continue to raise your energy. It's all about raising your energy. I laugh because back in the day, I used to write vlogs. I wish I could find them. If you ever look me up, I don't know if it's still on there, but it was Wix. It was Wix, and I would write not vlogs, blogs. Every day I would write a blog on this. And this is years ago, guys. I'm talking like 4 years ago, maybe. There's probably dates on them. And every day I was writing a blog on vibration. And granted, it's really right. It's right. It's accurate. It was all based off like Eckhart and listening to Eckhart, Joe Dispenza probably, Abraham, probably Bob Proctor a little bit too. And then I would write all about all this stuff. But I was so not aware enough to know really what I was talking about, though, which is funny. What if I feel so negative about my husband? Are we meant to be together? Oh, it's okay. You'll get out of it, Marta, without a doubt, because there's a healthy version of your relationship with your husband. A healthy girl, you got to focus on you, though, okay? That exists. That beautiful, healthy, amazing relationship that you came here to experience, it exists. It does. You're moving towards it, I promise you. But really just make it about you and feeling good on your own, because that's going to help you understand that it's going to help you understand that it's all about you being in alignment. Hey, Shalina. I know, Shalina, when I really think about it, I mean, it all served its purpose, right? Because I kept talking about this stuff. I kept diving deeper, asking more questions, sticking to the practices. Even though I may not have known what I was talking about at the time, I still did it. I was still doing stuff. I had Instagram, I had my Facebook, I had all kinds of stuff going on. And it just led me to where I'm at. I just kept doing it, basically. Now, I promise you will get there. I promise. Make it more about you, though. Focusing on yourself. Whenever anything happens unfavorable, whether it's in front of you or, a thought that pops up, use it to your advantage to really quiet that down, to relax your body, to soften your body. And just start to, and really you're just redirecting your focus in that time. Yes, you can see it from a higher perspective, but the higher perspective at first really is I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be, and I know I'm moving towards a healthy version of this relationship. And that's it at that moment, right? And just keep relaxing your body. You'll start to feel better and go about your day. Continue doing these practices. Even if it now very unhealthy relationship. Yeah, so it really comes down to, do you want this relationship? You said you want it. So you have to stop telling that story though. Right? That's just a reality that you don't want. It's knowing that you are the creator, that every possibility exists, right? Remember that. I create my own reality. I know that I can have what I want. I know that I can have a healthy relationship with my husband. I know that now. I know that. I'm moving towards that now. So you want to say that story. But even though this one's really unhealthy, even though this one's not good, you want to stop saying that. Right? No, I know I'm the creator of my own reality. I know every possibility exists. I know there's a healthy version of this relationship. I know I'm moving towards it. I know I'm supposed to feel good. I know I'm here to live an amazing life, right? You want to say those types of things. Tell that story, right? And then in the moments that you don't feel good and anything is not matching that, you have to quiet it down. You have to quiet it down. You have to relax your body. You have to let that moment pass. And you have to keep doing it for a while. This is a dominant story in your experience. It's dominant, so you got to keep lightening it up, softening it. And it takes a little bit of time. You got to give it time. It's all you though. Don't make it about them. It's all you. It's too complicated when you start them, they, blah, 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 blah. Make it about you, because you're going to see it's all about you coming into alignment with you. Everything will start to click along the way. Thanks, Six. Of course, Marta. That's what I say, Morocco. It's a game of alignment, not being in alignment, and then realigning to be in alignment. Like, that's what you're doing forever. It's about being in alignment, feeling good, feeling the best you can now, making the best of this moment. And when I start to fall, I start to slip from that, it's time to relax so I can realign and be in alignment again. And like, that's basically what you're doing. That's the practice forever and always. It just gets easier. You're more in alignment most of the time. Yeah, right, Marta? We do. We go back to old patterns, and that's why you want to do these types of practices. You want to get yourself back to the present moment. You want to say now, now, now. Get out of your headspace. Practice getting out of your headspace, right? Get yourself back to this present moment. All right, guys, I'm going to jump off and get some things done, and then maybe I'll jump on later. Yes, Linda says, Linda, I'll tell you, she's the best. She dedicated herself. She stuck to them. That's why you got it so fast. So you go at your own pace. You go at your own pace, guys. Like, you do a lot of relaxing practices, and you take those pauses throughout the day. They're very practical. They're not hard. They're very practical practices. You can do them anywhere, right? Take time to rest. Take time to relax. Focus, the reminders are very important that it's just me and my thoughts and my beliefs. If anything I'm getting doesn't feel good, just relax, quiet it down, bring it back to me. It's just a lot of reminders. Yeah, you got it, Rachel. I'm so happy. I know, I got to get my refresher. Thanks, Shalina. Oh, that's so awesome, Rachel. I have some really cool stuff coming out for Lazy Manifesting if you got it. I'm working more towards like the very obviously it's about the present moment, but affirmations, more like firm affirmations, because that's what I've been vibing with lately. So whatever I vibe with, also more audio too, but whatever I'm starting to see changes in my life, how I'm seeing things shift in a more positive way, that's what I create for you guys. But there's so much material in that. So you always use that material to your advantage as well. Use lazy manifesting to your advantage as well, because there's so many different things in there. Like if you're more into like the meditations where they're like more quiet, more at a slow pace, listen to them, because they may have more of an effect on you. At one point they had more of an effect on me, but now I'm more of like, now everything is done now. Like I'm more into the louder ones. So that's just where I'm at. So that's kind of what I'm working on. So, all right, guys, everybody have a good rest of the day. I'll try to jump on later to say hi. But otherwise, have a great day. Bye, guys. Love you guys.